Hey guys, we installed a transmission cooler on a 2015 Honda Odyssey. This is there's your stock number. It's a Derale, and you see I've got it installed here. This line is going back to the transmission. This line is coming from my radiator. I don't think that's quite. I don't think that really matters. What is important is that this is in series with your intercooler. I did have to buy an extra length. I think I bought an extra 3 or 4 foot of hose, and you can look. They actually ETRAILER actually sells. Let's see. This is a 3/8 inch transmission hose, ready for transmission line, which is what I bought here. I'm gonna show you. Right here, there was a little gap that was kind of perforated, so I just cut that out and ran my hose in beside the transmission. And I'm gonna show you under here where I tied it into. And so I had ran the car, and the car was hot, and so I just felt of the lines. So this is the driver's side, and so I felt of these two lines. This one here, this line was cold, this line was hot. So this line, you can see right here, comes out of the transmission is the hot line coming out. This line going back in is the cold line. It has a filter on it. So this line comes out, it comes over, curls back, try to follow me here, goes into your transmission, my bad, goes into your radiator, comes out of your radiator here. It tied in to this line here. I've taken it loose. This is where my intercooler, I tied my intercooler in here with this hose. I disconnected this hose. This hose went back to here. Went back to here, and then this side went up to that filter and went back to the transmission. Maybe that makes sense. And then you can see it there through the light where my finger is. This is the filter. This line, rubber line, you can follow it back in the screen here. Goes back here to the transmission. So I tied my other line from my intercooler to the top of this filter, which is the cool line, which should be the last leg of the cooling phase. So you want your coolant to come from your transmission. You want it to make the cycle through. I know this is terrible. And I still got transmission fluid dripping on me from the line that was leaking. So you want your transmission, you want your line to still make the loop through your radiator, your intercooler, and then make the loop through your new one, and then make it back to. So run your transmission till it's hot. Fill your lines. The line that's cooler will be your return line to your transmission. The one that's hot will be the supply line out of your transmission, and that way you know which one you're hooking to. And that's how I figured out which one that I hooked to. So maybe this helps you, because that's the trickiest part. The disassembly and everything else is the more easy part. This is another thing I wanted to show you. What we use to fill the transmission fluid. See the clear hose? Just put it on the bottom of the filter. Come from Walmart. We had, it's a little oil. Put this on the oil cap. Had this on it. I just took the clear filter off. It slides right on the end of that black hose. Goes right down to the transmission. Is it recording? Alright, you gotta point at my face. Alright, today guys, we're gonna check the transmission fluid on our Honda Odyssey. We're having to adjust our level. We put a transmission cooler, and so we're having to add a little bit to get back to our level, because we did a drain. We drained 2 quarts out. We put 2 quarts back in, but our transmission cooler varies between it. You know, it holds within a pint to a quart, so we're having to get that volume just right. Let me show you where our dipstick is for our transmission fluid. So this is the driver's side. This is your transmission dipstick. It is, might be hard to see with the glare. It's right down just onto the right of this silver pipe. And so what we're doing is, my wife just got home. Everything's good and hot. Got it parked on a level surface. I cranked it up, let it idle in the driveway, went down the road for just a mile and come back, parked it, got out, shut it off, pulled it out, wiped it. It was a little bit low. We've added just half of, maybe not even half a quart, and checked it. Each time we've shut it off and checked it, and it's been the best result. It goes in like this, and they say, based off what I've read, you check the fluid on, you read the fluid level on the embossed side. So you would, where it says hot, my camera will not focus. So this side points towards the vehicle like this. When you pull it out, you would read it on the where it says hot right there. And so I'm gonna try to crank this up and let you guys see. Come here, Jeremiah. Hold this camera and we'll show them what we're doing. Let's put our dipstick back in and we'll crank it up.
It's almost out, Dad.
What?
1, 3, 4, 5.
What are you talking about? No, it's just recording how long it's been videoing.
Yeah, I can be over here.
No, just watch me. Watch me. So since the car is already getting hot, we're just going to crank it up and let some transmission fluid start to circulate. And shut it back off and check the fluid level again. We've done this several times, and after adding fluid, and the fluid level has risen. So I know this works. Another thing is, several blogs and several Honda posts that I've read, they recommend, even the Honda dealership recommends, to shut it off and check the fluid within 60 to 90 seconds after shutting it off. So you shut it off and check it immediately. What kind of transmission fluid are you using?
This red one.
Can you see it good? Back up. Turn over here so the sun is not in it. Just hold it steady. So this is the transmission fluid we used. We didn't do a full flush. We just pulled the plug. We had it on ramps, so only about two quarts drained out. I think if you just had it on a flat surface, you would probably get closer to 4 quarts to drain out. So we just drained out 2 quarts. We put 2 quarts right back in. And the idea is you do that every 10,000, 15,000 miles, and you just slowly start to recycle your transmission fluid. All right, let's shut it off.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. You gotta hold the camera on. You're gonna make folks sick walking around slinging that camera around. So this first one, I'm gonna wipe off the excess. You can watch this dipstick now with the camera. So this first one, I'm gonna wipe off the excess. Hey, you gotta stay on me now with that camera.
Hey, Dad, when are you getting?
I'm gonna hold it in. I'm gonna hold the dipstick in just for a few seconds. Pull it out. Let me see if I can show. Let me see if I can show it. Why does this camera not focus? I wish I had a good camera, guys, but I'm trying. There we go. So you can kind of see the light shimmering. Kind of a good shot on it, I guess. There it is right there. So you're just gonna, it's almost gonna look wet and dry. And so you can see, I could probably add a little more because I've just been adding a little bit here, and a little bit, and I don't have much left in this quart. I could probably go ahead and add the rest of that and be fine. So I'll probably add a little bit more because I've probably got that much flux in between those two dots. So I couldn't find anything like this. This is a 2015 Honda Odyssey. We added a Derale intercooler on the driver's side. I'll leave a link to kind of my overview on that. So thanks for watching, guys.